This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana's oldest and largest HIV/AIDS organization says its new $29 million building in Indianapolis will allow it to provide more services and expand resource offerings to people who need support. Damien Center CEO Alan Witchy says the organization was in desperate need of more space.
Despite the fact that the number of people continue to grow that need our services, we've been very limited in how to have lists and waiting options for people. And finally, we can see everybody who needs care.
The 56,000 square foot Mosaic building features a clinic with 18 medical exam rooms, a mental health suite, dental bays, and an expanded pharmacy and food pantry. Fort Wayne has been selected as the host city for the 2025 WPV Sitting ParaVolley World Cup this October, bringing in nearly 500 athletes, officials, and delegates from over 20 countries to Northeast Indiana. The event is expected to generate more than $2.3 million in economic impact for Allen County. Sitting ParaVolley is a variation of volleyball played by athletes with physical disabilities, where players must remain in a seated position while playing. Though similar to volleyball, there are a few key differences, including a smaller court and lower net. A U.S. District Court judge has sentenced an Illinois woman to 2 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to a felony charge of wire fraud. Valencia Franklin was accused of bilking Merrillville-based nonprofit Geminis Corporation out of $636,000 in federal emergency rental assistance funds by preparing fraudulent applications for the funds by falsely claiming her family members were landlords for certain properties. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
Elkhart officials and community partners gathered this week to celebrate the Oakland Phase B Combined Sewer Overflow Project, billed as the city's largest ever public infrastructure investment. With a total investment projected at $90 million over 4 phases, the initiative is expected to greatly reduce sewage overflows into the St. Joseph River while enhancing livability through new recreational infrastructure. Elkhart Mayor Rod Roberson.
We need to have our waterways clean. We need to be able to utilize them for livability. So when we talk about aspiring quality of life and quality of place, which is the goal and the plan of this administration, we talk about how the community needs to be able to live in a city that allows for them to have a quality of life that speaks to all of the assets that it has for them to use. And our 2 rivers, where they come together, is really the center of our city.
Funded through water and sewer rates and general fund dollars, the $37 million Oakland Phase B portion includes a 1.7 million gallon storage tank. The project will increase the city's sewage storage capacity to 6 million gallons across 5 tanks and include the addition of a bike path connecting neighborhoods to downtown and the regional Pumpkin Vine Trail. Indiana's 3 planned technology hubs, for which the state has been selected for up to $350 million in federal funding, are still in the works despite ongoing uncertainties on the federal level. That's according to the Indiana organization coordinating work on all 3 projects. Applied Research Institute General Counsel Andrew Cossack told a group Tuesday during a panel discussion at the Global Entrepreneurship Congress in Indianapolis that his office is in regular contact with the 3 federal agencies overseeing the technology hub programs, and personnel in those agencies indicate that Indiana's 3 hub projects remain on track. A new adaptive kitchen is helping students at the Indiana School for the Blind and Visually Impaired get the ingredients they need for independence. It's the first of its kind in the state and features Amazon Alexa-enabled appliances, raised stickers, and stick-on bump dots on stovetop controls. Indianapolis chef Tenoria Eskew says they are focused on empowering the students and changing the narrative.
I had one student who was absolutely terrified of holding a knife, of chopping, of the hot skillet, graduated to a real knife with a heavy, nice, sharp blade, and she was actually commanding the stovetop. Seeing that confidence grow and really the skill grow is what is building that confidence. I hope that this gives them some goals and confidence to dream big and aspire to work in a kitchen, be a chef.
The school is currently at a temporary location while a campus, which will be shared with the Indiana School for the Deaf, is being built. The kitchen was designed to be able to move with the students to the new location. Journalist and historian Alelia Bundles is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.